Let's draw the mind map diagram on the left under the question. In the exam, you can do this on your question sheet. So I know that transport and cars are the central debate. Let's put that in the middle of the page. I know the trend over time with car ownership is relevant. Let's represent the trend with a big arrow across and the increase in cars on the roads with a small arrow up. I also know there's a problem with this trend, so I'll put a big X to remind me. That problem is increasing usage or ownership. So the question points to potential solutions, which are alternative transport and international laws on ownership. So now I have simplified the core debate in my diagram. It's now up to me to decide my opinion. So I'll be honest and I'll simply ask myself the right questions as I brainstorm. Firstly, the trend. I can't really argue with their statistic about the number of cars, so I will just accept that and move forward. Let's tick that on the diagram to symbolise my agreement. Now, what about the solution of international laws controlling car ownership? What do I think about that? Every country must decide their own laws, so this solution doesn't seem practical to me. I don't really agree with the international laws proposal. I'm going to symbolise my doubt on this with a question mark. What I really should develop further and debate in this essay is whether alternative forms of transport should be encouraged. I'm going to think critically and explore that idea before saying yes or no, as that's the type of critical exploration that will give me good meaty content for my essay. So first I need to think, what are the alternative options to cars? Well, one of my favourites is cycling. That's how I get around the city. So let's explore the pros and cons of this option and first make a list of the benefits of cycling. On the plus side, cycling is a healthy form of exercise. And it's cheap, both for the government and individuals. And it's environmentally friendly. Good. So are there any downsides to cycling? Let's quickly draw a minus sign to symbolise that. Well, it can be a bit dangerous, especially if there's no bicycle lanes or at night time. Let's jot that down as a minus. Also, it's not great in bad weather or in academic language, in inclement weather conditions. Okay, what other transport alternatives to cars and bicycles are there? Let's think. If I need to get to the library to meet a student and I can't drive or cycle, what can I do? Well, I can take a bus or train. So what's the best academic term for that? Can you guess? It's public transport. Let's jot that down. Now, I'll ask myself, what are the advantages and disadvantages of public transport? Well, it's very fast, especially the train, which can avoid traffic. And it can bring the user relatively long distances. So my advantages, known as benefits or pros, are it's fast and long distances can be covered. As I'm being critical, I also want to consider, are there any downsides to public transport? Just like with most IELTS debates, of course there are potential downsides. It is extremely expensive to invest in public transport for one, and it's slow to build or develop. So cost and time are my disadvantages, also known as downsides or cons. Okay, so that completes a mind map that incorporates the main points and is on topic. Remember, the quality of your ideas is not being tested here. Your English is, and it's important to do this process quickly in the exam so you have time to write the essay. However, you must also remember that task achievement accounts for 25% of your IELTS essay grade, so it is important to stay on the topic. That's why you need ideas. You may be slower the first few times you brainstorm on mind map, but practice will make you faster. Okay, so now I have a mind map with lots of ideas on the transport and cars topic, and I'm sure the ideas are on topic because I have gone through the question analysis, brainstorming and mind mapping processes. So now I'm ready to turn the mind map into a paragraph sequence plan, which is the next lesson.